The Green Knight is the newest film from A24 from the same director of Pete's Dragon. Aw, how cute. But this film is far from cute. It's actually some pretty serious Hey everybody, my name is Brandon, aka the BrandoCritic. Thank you guys so much for being here. But if it's your first time here and you like movie reviews, movie reactions, and hangout live streams where we talk about movies, then this is the place for you. Consider hitting that like and subscribe button. I really do appreciate all the support from you guys. And so do my partners at Movie Scene Canada. Go check them out as well. The link will be down below. But today, I'm gonna give you my honest, no BS review for The Green Knight and tell you if it's worth a watch today. But that question really depends on who you are. I'll tell you guys this right now, and you could guess this from the trailer, but if you didn't, this is not really a contemporary movie. You know, when you see a movie about knights and medieval times and crazy monsters and epic quests, right? You're expecting these big, ginormous action sequences, you're expecting humor, you're expecting, exhilarating pace. You don't really get that here, right? There's no big action set piece. There's no real humor in this movie. There's no forced humor. There were a couple of funny lines, but it was in service for the story. They didn't feel forced. And I will admit, this movie's pretty slow, right? It is a slow pace. And the best way I can describe it is that it's a film and not a movie. So if you understand what I mean by that, then you'll know if you like The Green Knight or not. So if you want a movie about knights and epic battles, then stick with Lord of the Rings, stick with Braveheart. But if you want something a bit more artsy, this is the film for you. But real quickly, I want to say thank you so much to Elevation Pictures for sending me and my girlfriend to the premiere downtown Vancouver. It was a great time. It was actually my girlfriend and I's first movie in a theater together after a year of dating. Yes, we started dating during the pandemic, theaters being closed and all. Finally, we were able to see a film together and it was a great experience. But about the movie, Dave Patel, he was fantastic in this movie and he doesn't really say much. You really have the performance through his eyes, through his physicality. And I gotta admit, the dude looks sick with that beard. It just looks insane. And you really get the sense that he's a man discovering his self-worth and his place in the world, as well as discovering his flaws as a man. And I can relate to that because right now I'm 26 years old. I just moved out for the first time. Yes, in Vancouver, the housing market's crazy. It took me a while, but now living on my own, right? Like I'm starting to figure out why I am the way I am. So just on a personal level, I really connected with his story. The cinematography really reminded me of Stanley Kubrick. The long, wide takes. Every single shot is framed just miraculously. It really did remind me of tapestries in a castle of this time period. And the color palette. Oh my god, it is just a work of beauty. This really is one of the most gorgeous looking movies I've seen in quite a long time, at least in terms of recent movies. And now the slow pace. And I will admit that there were a couple of times in this movie where I'm like, okay, I'm used to watching the exhilarating, heart-pumping action films, right? Those are the films that speak to me. But when I'm watching this movie, I'm like, okay, this is really slow. But what I liked about it was that every single moment felt big. Even a mundane moment in one of those giant action films, one of those giant sci-fi fantasy films, the mundane moments in those movies are just the huge moments in this movie, and you actually feel the weight of it. For example, right? Just getting ready for the long journey. Take a film like Rise of Skywalker, where there's just so much in that movie and you just feel like it's going at 1,000,000 miles an hour. You can't sit down and really take in what's happening. You can't, even process it in your brain going, okay, what's going on? What's the weight of what's happening in the story? In this movie, when he's going on his journey, you really feel the weight of what he's about to do. And this scene in any other movie would have been like 5 minutes. He just grabs his stuff, grabs his horse, and off he goes. But in this movie, you really feel the weight of what he's about to do because of the slower pace. And when he's finally leaving the castle and he's finally leaving Camelot, there's just one long shot of him on a horse going away. And Camelot's getting smaller and smaller and smaller in the background. It's just this one long shot. And you really feel, okay, he's really going on this long adventure. Even though it's a mundane shot, right? He's just on a horse. But you feel the weight of the story. And the themes. Now, I will admit, I did not actually read the Green Knight poem in high school, or I didn't even know it was a poem before this movie, all right? But when I told my mother that I was gonna go see this movie, she's like, oh my god, the Green Knight, and she pulls out all the books from her library because she's an English teacher, and she really studies this story, and she teaches it to her students. So I will admit I had to call her up afterwards and be like, hey, so what does this theme mean? What does this theme mean? Because this is a movie where, it's not so black and white. It's not spelled out for you. This ending, especially the ending, is so ambiguous that I feel like a lot of people won't like it, But to me, ambiguous endings are fascinating because when you're on the way home from the theater, you just keep thinking about it. What does this mean? What does this mean? And this is a morality tale, right? Really are the whole point. Themes of temptation, chivalry, honor, finding out that we all have flaws, none of us are perfect, and finding courage in yourself. Those are the themes that I got from the movie, but you know what? I want you to see this movie and let them marinate for yourself. So for an overall rating, I'm gonna give this movie a 4 out of 5. I really enjoyed my time with it. Will it be a movie that I revisit? Probably not for a while, because I think it's powerful enough. You know, the A24 films that I have seen, I feel like they're powerful enough for that one watch. You think about the themes, you think about just how beautiful the movie looks, of course, but it sticks with you for a long time. So what about you guys? Have you guys seen The Green Knight? I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section down below. And what is your favorite A24 film? Saint Maud's pretty good, but I still gotta go with Lady Bird. Lady Bird's a good one. But whatever yours are, I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section down below. And of course, if you like this video and you want to see more videos just like it, then definitely hit like and subscribe. I really do appreciate all the support from you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.